All right, guys, this is a super quick training on how to use Sales Navigator. Now, if you are in my LinkedIn training, you must have access to the Organic Six-Figure Method, which is a full-on guide on how to use LinkedIn, how to use Sales Navigator, and all this sort of stuff. I understand that sometimes it's easier to see someone doing it than reading it, so that's why I'm shooting this quick video. I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you exactly how I do it. And again, I'm a lazy man and I do things the easiest possible way, okay? So I'm going to show you here. You know that Sales Navigator is what you should have activated and paying a monthly fee for it if you're serious about growing your LinkedIn outreach, your LinkedIn presence. And basically, it is part of LinkedIn, but it's very weird. Like the LinkedIn platform is kind of not as advanced as Facebook. Some things are very basic, and Sales Navigator, it works as a separate kind of application, if you will. So you have, when you have Sales Navigator, you have like inbox in Sales Navigator, inbox in LinkedIn. So when you do the outreach and all this sort of stuff, you need to be really methodic to make sure that you don't mess up. Now, we want Sales Navigator for one main reason, and this is to search for your leads. And we can nail them down. We can niche down as much as we possibly can imagine. Okay, so what we will have is saved searches, you see? For example, if I do, like I want to find, let's say, health coach, okay? Let's look for health coach. Now, I will get this here, okay, 1 million results. But now this is very generic, right? Because it's where are they? How long have they been working as a health coach? Are they part of another company? We don't know anything about that. This is just a very generic filter. So what we do is, okay, this is the keywords, okay? Remember, this is the keywords. We want to find, let's say we want to find health coaches, but now what we want is to maybe choose health coaches in the United States. Great. So health coaches in the United States. You see, we got 950,000 health coaches in the United States, at least that they are on LinkedIn. But the place that we need to look at is not here, but here, okay? Because these people are active. They posted on LinkedIn in the last 30 days. So if you see, there is 9 times more people on LinkedIn that are like, you get like almost 1 million results of health coaches, but there's only 1/9 of them that they are active. So that means that if you add these people to your network, if you try to start conversations with these people, chances are that you're gonna hear crickets because they're not active on LinkedIn. So you want people who are active, who are networking, who are using the online world, because they are the most likely to reply and engage in a conversation with you. So we will click on those ones here. That is reducing the search. So it's only 110,000 coaches, which is way too much if you want to start building your audience. And also, it's not about building your audience, but tracking your results. So you can adjust your approach, okay? You don't want to shoot like a crazy person and, talking to whoever. Basically, what I would do here is, okay, I want to look in the United States. Yeah, let's say that my audience is the United States. Cool. So I'm going to start with Los Angeles, for example, Los Angeles metropolitan area, or Los Angeles, California. Let's pick Los Angeles. So I'm going to start with this city. See, it's only 1,500 profiles here. That's much better. Now, let's say the relationship, that's very important. We don't want first-degree connections because we are already connected with these people. We want second-degree connections and also third-degree connections. Look, I recommend going for only the second degree connections, not the third degree. The reason for that is that these people have something in common with you, so a connection. That means that they connected with someone who you are connected. So when you start a chat sequence, when you start a conversation, hey, I see that we got a few things in common. I see that we are connected to these people or that people. And it's going to have something in common with you. The chances for them to accept the request are higher. If you finish with these ones, because as you see, there's only 546, then you can say, okay, now I'm going to choose second and third degree. And then you would have not only 500, but 1,500 people, which are health coaches in Los Angeles, okay? Let's choose, for the sake of this example, only second degree. Now, relationship, cool. Company. Well, in my case, I don't want people in companies. It could be good that they in a company, because that would mean that they might be looking to transitioning from being a full-time employee to being an entrepreneur. That would fit my purpose. So I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave this empty because it's okay if they're working in a company. I don't mind I don't care what company they're part of. Now, industry. Here, I would, definitely choose health and wellness. I would probably choose information. No. I would choose probably professional training and coaching. These two, I would choose them. Then if I see something or I think of something that it could be mental health, if you feel like you can help these people that are in the mental health care and they also health and wellness coaches, then great. Education and management, that could be also good because maybe health coaches that are in the education and management industry. So you need to think thoroughly about where are your clients, who are they, and where can they be. And you don't want to list with 1 million people here. You want to list which is a decent list. Okay, so this would be like a decent number for a good tracking. You don't want to run out of leads too quick. So I would probably delete that one here. Okay, that's giving us less options. So definitely let's keep that one. Let's say non-profit organization, not in that one, but in education and management, maybe yes, and mental health, hospital and healthcare. Okay, let's choose these 4 ones. So that's going to give us 203 people that are active on LinkedIn. Great. I think that's a good search because it's 200 people. Considering that we're going to be adding about 50 people every day, that's going to give us like 4 days of sending connections. That's good. And then we know what health coaches are in California. Look, I think that niching down to health coaches is already like narrow. It's narrowing down your results. So that would be cool. Now you would say, save the search. You would say health coaches California, and you would save that search. And now you would go to save the searches, and you would have Health Coaches California, which is the one that we just did, okay? I'm gonna delete it now because I don't wanna get my team confused. But I'm gonna show you what I do. See, these new results is because my searches keep getting new people on board every week. I'm doing weekly checking out who's new in the search, so that means that they keep populating themselves. Now, I'm gonna show you how I do it. I added Canada a while ago because I used to have only these ones and we ran out of leads. So what I did is I created Canada, Oregon, Carolina, and California. For example, let's see what we were doing in New York, which, by the way, we have 168 new leads, okay? We go here, we have 412, and what I did here is choose people in New York. I didn't use any keyword here. I choose people in the second and third degree connections. I choose people that are in professional training and coaching because these people might be looking to build their own business, so I can help. Then Another thing that I'm using is 1 to 2 years and less than 1 year. That means that these people have been in the role or one of their roles in the current position for less than 2 years. Why am I doing that? I'm doing that. Let's see if we get lucky and some of these people have okay. See, the reason I'm doing that is because these people, she's the founder of Dating Coach and public speaker. So she's a coach. She's been running her business for less than 3 years. Okay. Previous dating attraction expert. So in that case, because we have in current position, not in past position, that shouldn't, I'm not sure why it's this current position is no more than 2 years. I guess that what happens is that LinkedIn detects at 2. They don't look at the months, and then everyone with less than 3 actually will be showing up here. But that's cool. Why am I doing that? Because people, when they start in business, is when they need the most help. Is when you start your own business, you don't really know what you're doing, you're not getting the results that you want, so they're likely to need someone that can help them move forward. So this is why I'm doing that. And actually, what I'm also doing is I'm selecting here business coach. Just gonna show you how to put it in red. And I'm saying I don't want people who are in the coaching industry and they are a business coach. Because if they're business coaches, well, they shouldn't be looking for business coaching help, right? Unless they're terrible business coaches, and then I don't want them as a clients. But for example, if I say, look, I want health coaches, but I don't want educational instructors. So what we do is come here and we click on this little icon here. So that's gonna modify the search. So there's no fitness instructors or business coaches, whatever you don't want in there. Now, another really cool thing, and what I'm doing with a couple of clients, and that was their idea actually, and it's really cool. Let's say that you work with, you want to work with people who are actually living in the United States, but they are from Spain. So some things you cannot really filter for on LinkedIn, for example, nationality, but you can use the keywords here. So in their case, they're from India, and they work with people who are from India because they're Indian, and they want to work with people with the same background, but they usually work with people who are living in Australia or the United States. So it was really hard because the only way we had to find out if they were from India was by recognizing the name and knowing that was an Indian name. So that was hard for my team. So they came up with the idea to use here the India. And what happens is that everyone from India will have the India words in their profile. And remember, LinkedIn is a SEO sensitive profile. That means that all the words in your LinkedIn profile are going to affect the searches, including this one. So for example, here we'll put spine, and that might give no results because I'm not sure how many people from Spain are going to be there. Well, so look, 2 people. So let's see, what do we get here? Emily Harpen. So let's see. Why is she in the search? Health coaches, consultants, websites, culture. So somehow she's related to Spain, but this name is definitely not Spanish. Maybe she worked in a Spanish company. She studied in London. That tells me that she might be close. For whatever reason, this person has a connection with Spain. For example, if I'm from Spain, it's going to be like a perfect excuse to spark a conversation. Okay, Sciences por Lienzo. I don't know what that is. So that's an interesting one. I mean, look, Spain in the United States, it might be a little bit hard, but you get the idea. Well, so at some point they might be in Spain. They might be working for a Spanish company that their address is in Spain. So these are little tricks that you can use to adjust your searches. Now, another very important thing. Okay, I'm going to show you that because that's important. Once you create your searches, if you do it yourself or if you have your team, you want to track your results. And then you are going to have your chat sequence, and you're going to have your welcome message or your introductory message, which is the one that you send with your connection request. Let's call it request message. You're going to have your intro message, your lead message, and your booster message, whatever. You're going to have like 3 or 4 different points in your chat sequence. Now, ideally, what you want to do is like understand these people here where are more responsive. If you see that people in New York, they're getting back to you, they're accepting 90% of requests, and and they all say yes to your lead message, that's a good sign. But if you see that in Los Angeles, like you only get like 20% of people saying yes or accepting your request, then you know that it's probably not as good a place as New York, or you need to adjust your approach. That means that if people are not accepting here, you could actually change your connection message so people would feel more inclined to accept. Now, for a while, I used to target people in the UK. If you're watching and you're from the UK, don't take it personal. It's just the experience that I got. What happened was that they were accepting like a lot of my requests, but they would not reply to my messages. So now I know that that they reply my message, they accept my requests, but they're not really people looking to engage or interested in what I do. So what I did is I went back to the United States. What you can do is like say, okay, people in the UK, they're accepting my request, that's good. So it's a good place to build your network, but they're not replying my lead message. Why is that? And then you can adjust your lead message to make it better so they respond more. So there's going to be a bunch of KPIs that you can look through your process. And the more you track it, the better you understand where your process is failing or where is succeeding, right? So I think that's all for now. Again, there is not a magic formula here to get everything right. It is trial and error, because sometimes it might be your profile photo that it's not nice. Sometimes what you're saying here, it's actually not resonating. It's about asking for feedback, trying and seeing what works, see what doesn't, and adjusting your approach. I'll give you an example. I have Carlos Adel the Unstoppables, and I also have empowering brilliant coaches to turn their passions into a sustainable and ethical business online. So people are resonating and responding a lot because they like the Unstoppables. And I got a lot of people getting back to me and saying, oh, I love the Unstoppables. It's so empowering. I love it. Some of the people ask me, what is an ethical business online? I like that. So I explain them what that means. So sometimes you have something that it's working, and sometimes you might realize that some things are actually not working. The only way to find out, is to stick for long enough to get some data and judge by the data. Don't trust your emotions, okay? You want to have data because data doesn't lie. If you have numbers and if you have, okay, I've sent 1,000 requests, I only got two yeses, then I'm doing something wrong. That's obvious. So you don't want to say, I feel that something is not working. When you feel things in business, it doesn't usually work. So I hope that all makes sense, and I hope that gives sheds a little bit of light on how to handle this search function on Sales Navigator. And yeah, let me know if you have any question, guys. Oh, what's it say? Thank you. Bye-bye.